games. Come on, Broussard. That was a train wreck.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
We're off to a rousing start this Friday morning.
Can we start over?
Okay.
Is this live?
Okay.
Can we
Take it back from the top.
Start our show over?
Okay.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to First Things First. I'm Jenna Wolf. Let's kick things off talking Pats Bucs. Let's only talk Pats Bucs. The 20-year run in New England for Brady and Belichick. I'd say it went well. 6 championships, 9 trips to the Super Bowl, 308 Subway commercials. Keep in mind, it's not just Belichick Brady gets set to face Sunday night. It's Josh McDaniels. It's Robert Kraft. It's everyone inside that organization. Brady was asked how he'll manage his emotions come Sunday. Hear what he had to say.
I just going to try to do what I always do. Go be a great quarterback. Obviously understand the opponent, and I know all those guys. They're some of my great friends. They will be for the rest of my life. So I know a lot of coaches, players, the owners, the staff. It'll be great to see everyone after the game. But up until game, I'm focused on trying to go win a football game.
Oh, someone's got a little bit of a cold. All right, Kevin Wildes, what are the chances that Bill Belichick and the Patriots can upset Tom Brady and the Bucs?
Okay, I rarely do this, Jenna. I'm going to speak right to the heart of America right now. It's your old buddy, Kevin Wildes. Does your old buddy Kevin Wildes out here, you've seen me on this show for 2 years. Am I out here making picks left and right? Kevin's blazing 5, this guarantee, that guarantee. I never do it. I never do it. Last week, I told you, hey, be on the lookout for Chargers Chiefs. Oh, I was called a doofus by someone on the show. Turns out I was right. I'm making this prediction, and I'm guaranteeing it. The Patriots will beat the Bucs. Mark it down. Take it to Fox Bet. If you want to bet your child's college education or get a reverse mortgage and put it all on it, I would recommend it.
Don't do that.
Here's 3 reasons why. Reason number 1, sentimental. This is the most sentimental game in the history of the NFL. And Tom Brady is going to put the L in sentimental. We know he's going to be, is the crowd going to be cheering? Are we going to be booing? Are we going to be weeping? We have no idea. There's never been a game like this. We do know that when Peyton went back to Indy, he said it was a long week. He was glad it was over. He hated it. He lost. When Emmitt Smith went back to Dallas, he literally was sobbing in the visitors' locker room. So do I think this week has taken an emotional toll on Brady that perhaps is leading to him having a cold because it's such a weight of emotion? Yes, I do. Reason number 2, the Patriots passing defense. Oh, Wildes, we're just making fun of the Patriots and all their free agents. Are you sure? Because when you look at the numbers of how well this defense is done, oh my goodness gracious. 4th, 2nd, the best, second, and you're going to say, well, Wildes, they played Zach Wilson. Yeah, you know what? They also played Chris Broussard's MVP. So pay attention. Reason number 3, Mac attack. Mac Jones is going to play well. And it's not just because I subscribe to the 4 games theory. Why do I subscribe to it? First of all, I made it up. Who had a good game last night? Oh, Trevor Lawrence, his 4th game. Justin Herbert, he got his win in his 4th game. How about Joe Burrow? He got a win in his 4th game. This is Mac Jones' 4th game, and he's going up against this Bucs defense, who, guess what? They're not good. They just signed Richard Sherman, who hasn't been good since the Obama administration. So Broussard, Nick, I rarely do this. I am guaranteeing a Patriots victory. So the answer to the question is, what are the chances? It is 100%. I'll go to Nick. 100%, Nick. You can put it on your stone cold
You got to go to Broussard.
100%.
You got to go to Broussard.
Okay, go to
because you and I'm going to have a moment with you after. But Broussard, you go ahead first because I want to fully digest all of this.
Okay.
Wildes, I love you. But I got to say this.
He's all right.
You should have stayed in your lane. You laid it out at the beginning of your little spiel. You don't do this. We're still waiting on your Portland prediction. All right? You played that, you teased that for a year. Your Portland Trailblazers, we still haven't heard that. You should have stayed in your lane. I get it. Last week, you got lucky with the Chargers beating the Chiefs. And it went to your head. And now you're on here guaranteed that a 1-2 Patriots team is going to beat Tom Brady? Let me give you a little something to think about. We know this about Tom Brady. He's been to 10 Super Bowls. He's won 7, which is more than any NFL franchise. So you really think the moment will be too big for Tom Brady?
I do.
The moment has never been too big for Tom Brady. He was a 6th-round pick that nobody thought could play. And he gets thrust into the starting lineup when his Pro Bowl predecessor, Drew Bledsoe, gets injured. And all he does is lead them to the Super Bowl. I mean, the moment is never too big for Tom Brady. Emmitt Smith, you left out that he was washed when he went back to Dallas. Tom Brady is far from washed. Peyton Manning, you left out, has not responded in big games all the time like Tom Brady has. So you can't compare those two. And then we know that Tampa Bay, since Tom Brady's there, he's never lost to a team with a losing record. They've lost plenty of games for a Super Bowl champion, but never once to a team with a losing record. That tells me he doesn't overlook weak teams, of which your New England Patriots are one. All right. And thirdly, they are coming off a bad loss to the Rams that you know they want to redeem themselves from and get off. Don't start a losing streak. So Wilds,
I heard
Mac
that Chiefs
Jones.
Ravens.
I like Mac Jones. He's not ready to exploit that defense. You know it and I know it. And Belichick's not about to put together some scheme that's going to fool Tom Brady. Without Tom Brady, Belichick wins less than half of his games for his career and his time in New England. So Brady will get the upper hand over the genius Bill Belichick. So I've said it, Nick. 350-plus yards, Wilds, 4 touchdowns in a rout for the Buccaneers. 2%. The 2% chance that your boys will be upset. And that 2% is entirely the, anything can happen. You never know. Who knows what can happen. Maybe we won't even be here tomorrow.
Broussard.
That's the 2%.
You're being mean.
That took a turn.
You're being mean. It's too... Hold on, Broussard, you're being mean, buddy. This is a very, very tough day leading into a very tough weekend for Kevin Wilds. And it's tough for a number of reasons. It actually started, you know how some people's weekends start on Thursday night? Wilds' weekend from hell actually started on Thursday night. Because as he was watching that game last night, he won't admit it, but it's true. He realized that a cold sweat hit him. It was like, oh my God. Mac Jones, best case scenario, he's never even a top half of the AFC quarterback. So you have Mahomes, you have Herbert, you have Lamar, you have Baker, you have Josh Allen, you have Trevor Lawrence, you have Joe Burrow. That's 7. There's only 16 teams in the conference. Mac Jones' best case scenario for his career. So he's like the 8th or 9th best quarterback in his own conference. After 20 years having the best quarterback. Or second best, depending on how you ranked Peyton and Brady throughout their career. So that's first point. Second point is, as Wilds has been going through the rationale as to why the Patriots can win, all he could hang his hat on is good pass defense. Because that's the only part of this incredibly mediocre roster that's any good, is the back 7 in the secondary. And then there's this, and Wilds, I've saved this all week for you. What if the Patriots also have bad coaching? And I know you're like, bad coaching?
What is wrong with you guys?
Well, here's the thing. So Nora Princiati wrote a really interesting article about the Patriots' brain drain, about all the assistants that leave and then bring people with them and what it's done to them. You might be like, well, show me tangible evidence of this. Well, Wilds, I have a play to show you. I mean, it's a pretty important play. It's the deciding touchdown from last week's game. It's scored by, our favorite, ultimate dual threat, Taysom Hill. You might say, Nick, that's not fair. It's a goal line play. What do you want us to do there? Here's what I'd like you to do, Wilds. Have 11 guys on the field. So that's 10 guys in the fourth quarter in a 6-point game. That's coaching, buddy. So you've got a bad quarterback. You got a bad roster. Are you
Shaky
poorly
coaching
coached?
at
I
best.
don't know. It's a 6-point game in the fourth quarter, and you got 10 guys on the line of scrimmage. That ain't great, Wilds. So I'm not sure what we want to do with the guarantee, but this is me to you, because we used to be friends, trying to give you an olive branch, and it's a little television intervention to just prepare yourself for what's going to be 3.5 hours of hell for you personally Sunday night.
Okay, well, my biggest takeaway from that, Jenna, is we win that game if we've got 11 people on the field. The only way you can beat us is if we got 10 guys. Well, if we have 11, looks like the Patriots beat the Saints. Looks like we're 2-1 after all when we put 11 guys out on the field. So let's go, Pats. See you on Monday.
Also, point of order, Jenna, Wilds did not pick the Chargers to beat the Chiefs. He didn't. He said it, alert. He wouldn't go out on a limb. Point of order. For the record, go ahead.
Well, he's out on the limb right now, and that's where all the fruit is, Wilds. And we are going to continue to discuss this. Coming up at 8:15, we got Seth Wickersham, author of It's Better to Be Feared, the new book out, details